This week's episode of Talking to Mod is sponsored by the Coffee Mod. Don't just dress like an ace face, drink like one too. They're also giving our listeners 15% off when you use the promo code MAGICMOD15. So what are you waiting for? How are we doing, everyone, and welcome to episode 18 of Talking to Mod. This week we have a fantastic band, the Sherlocks, who are just about to set off on tour and go and smash it up right across the UK before they go and hit up a European tour. They're buzzing, I'm buzzing to speak to them. Let's get on with it, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 18 of Talking to Mod. How are you though, mate? You all good?
Yeah, spot on. Good. I didn't know too much about it, to be fair. Kiaran texted me earlier and I was like, right, I said, what time is it? It said 9 o'clock. I'm like, all right, sweet.
I was driving back from Dublin. I did a show in Dublin today, and when you know you're doing something, but you couldn't remember what time. I was like, did I say 8 o'clock? Shit, it better not be 8 o'clock, or I'll be doing it from my car. Do you know what I mean? But managed to just get in and chucked all my stuff out and set it all up and that, man. But thanks for joining me, mate. Thank you, appreciate it.
Good. Did you have a good show?
It was all right, mate. To be fair, I mean, I live in Northern Ireland now. So the drive down weren't too bad. I had the missus, my mum come down as well, and I had my little boy as well. It was brilliant. So it was like these tattoo conventions. They've got me to do work on the stage, and we've done the RDS, I think it was. It's some beautiful venue. It's different, you know. They got a lot of like people. Like I'm probably the act that wears the most clothes. Every other act, they're barely wearing anything. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, it was good, thank you, man. It was good. And it's, as I said, it's a different crowd because normally I do a lot of stuff with a music crowd, like the tours I've been on and that. Oh, here he is. But it was decent. They never know what to expect with a magician on there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's add him up, mate. Let's get this cooking. All right. What's I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to add him in, mate. This ain't no James English shit, is it? Do you know what I mean? I thought he just joined. Maybe I'm wrong. Right, mate. Here he is. Let's try this again. You tell this ain't rehearsed. Do you know what I mean? Oh, there he is.
Hey.
Boy, he's gone for the Alex Turner look with that barnet.
Slick back, man.
Mate, nothing wrong with that, son. That's why you took so long getting on. You were doing the barnet.
You know what? I think I tagged your old Instagram in it.
Oh, don't mate. Yeah.
So, I was trying to jump on that, but
I've still been getting messages from that. So that I had that Instagram since I was about, I don't know, like 20 or something, and all of a sudden there's some geezer doing like cryptocurrencies and like telling people how he's earned like 50 grand in a month, and I'm thinking this geezer needs to tell me how to earn 50 grand in a month. Do you know what I mean? Jesus.
Texted Brandon then. I went, what thing is he on? And then you just sent me a thing of it. But yeah, how we doing anyway? How was show?
We're good, mate. Yeah, it was good, thank you. Just telling Brandon it was good. It's a different crowd. Normally do it to a music crowd, but it was like a tattoo convention. So there's some right like characters there. Do you know what I mean? But they see some geezer on there walking out to a bit of Brian Jonestown Massacre, and they think, "What's going on here, eh?" But it goes down well. You know, it's something completely different.
Yeah.
But listen, that's enough about me. Let's talk about you boys, yeah? I mean, that's what it's all about. Eh? You looking forward to the tour?
Yeah. We're rehearsing tomorrow, pre-production. We're not a band to practice that much, to be honest. But we're not because we think we're class. We're just I don't know. It takes some getting together for us boys. But we've started rehearsing. We've got a set list together, and tour starts on Thursday. So we're raring to go now.
Yeah, you buzzing for it?
Just buzzing to play new tunes. It's always the same. I mean, each time a tour comes around, when you've got a new album out, it's the new tunes that always do it. But yeah, this new album for us is probably one that's going to lend itself to being played live more than any other, to be fair.
And you got so much love towards that album as well. It must be great to see, lads. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we a lot of people have been saying it sounds a bit rockier. Don't know. We've tried a few different things on this album, but like there's some tunes which I can't wait to play live. We've been playing singles for a while now, but like it feels like an absolute lifetime since we've been on a proper tour, like playing a full set. To be fair, like the last couple of sets we've probably been doing is like festival slots where it's go on, hit 'em with your best ones for half hour or something and get off. So it'd be nice to do his own gig.
Yeah, definitely, man. Brandon, you got any gigs? Is there any dates that are really sticking out for you, mate, that you just can't wait to do?
I'm looking forward to getting first one under his belt kind of thing. Just I want to get that one nailed, and then to Bristol this Thursday. I'm looking forward to that just to get it, just to play a full set again, because I can't remember last time. Because we've been promoting album, doing acoustic gigs. It feels like a lifetime since I played on a proper drum kit in front of a crowd. So I think one of the last times was probably when we played Benicassim and then flew back and played that Godney Gathering Festival. So if like I say, just being back on stage on a drum kit will be nice. So yeah, get Bristol out of the way, and then Manchester's always mayhem for us. And Sheffield, for obvious reasons. So like Sheffield and Manchester academies they'll be really rocking them.
You know what? Bristol's always a good crowd as well. I've played there a few times, and like they're always up for it. I think because it's quite a studenty town as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
nice place, isn't it? Bristol.
Yeah,
it's
class. Well, I've only done it once, but I would do it again. Like for me, it's the halfway point. Say if I'm going down to Cornwall, Bristol's like perfect stop off. It's a good night out around here as well. Like say, all uni students and stuff. But usually when we play Bristol, it's on a boat, isn't it?
Oh yeah. That's yeah. I know they've got something like that in Belfast as well. I think they call it like the barge or something like that, and they do all different gigs on it and that. But yeah, I've seen they've got something like that in Bristol, man.
Where are we playing this time again? What's the
academy thing? I think it's academy. Should know really. Yeah, it's academy.
I hope he ain't asking me. I ain't got a clue.
Honestly, pretty much every single time we play Bristol, it's Fettler, but we've mixed it up this time, so we both forgot where we're playing. I think it is.
Is it called SX? Is that in Bristol? The SX? I think there's a venue called SX.
I think there is.
I think that's where we play. We're played in SW or something like that. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, SW. And
I don't know. I'm not actually sure where we're playing on Thursday. I know it's in Bristol, but I don't know what venue.
Hey, listen.
I'm sure
you just turn up and do what you got to do. You ain't got to know where you're playing, have you? Eh?
Yeah. Well, be good.
It was always good to get back on the road though with the boys and it's like a family, isn't it? You know, you must love it, lads.
Yeah. Well, that's it. You spend as a band, you spend a lot of time off at road, obviously, because you can only gig so much a year. Like you can't just do tour after tour, otherwise people just get bored of you. So you've got to dip your toe in and then leave people alone for a while. So even with an album, in fact, you probably get these days a couple of UK tours out of an album, and then once that's sort of over with, it's like people are. I think these days the demand is that high. It's just like here's new stuff all the time. So you'd be lucky to get like 2 or 3 tours out of an album, and then it's just like here's the next one. So yeah, like I say, you spend that much time not touring. When you do, it's just nice to enjoy it and just enjoy every moment and just be like, right, we're on tour now for whatever 2 week, 3 week, just take it all in. But we're got this UK one, and then we're heading off to Europe. That's going to be a lot more full on, to be fair. That's like 3 weeks solid. I think we've got about 2 days off. So
that's great, man.
That'll be nuts. Yeah. Is it same for you? Like, do you have, when you do your tours, do you have like your main tour, and then like your secondary tour? Like you have them like, we go to them like secondary markets, like I don't know, like say Oxford or like the ones off the beaten track, like Kiaran was saying. when we go like on a full-on tour, it's very like you only get one main run on like an album. Yeah. So like this is our main run for this new album, which is exciting. So it'll be buzzing.
That's good though. That's good, man. I mean, what tune off the new album are you just dying to play and to see what reaction you get with it?
For me, probably I don't know. I said probably Face the Music, which is like it's probably the slowest tune on the album. It's not slow. It's the more like relaxed tune, but it's a bit more like a bit of an anthem. It's not so much like a banger, or it's not like Sirens as upbeat as that. But it's just like a big chorus, like almost feels quite Oasis-y, like a big chorus. So I'm looking forward to playing that one.
Quite moody, isn't it? I'd say we're more like a bit more Ashcrofty than Oasis. Quite
proper moody. Love that.
Yeah,
it is. It's a moody tune, but it's uplifting when chorus kicks in. It's a big tune. So we've sort of picked this set list off just what people have been asking for, really. Just no tricks. Just see what the comments are. And a lot of people have been saying, "Oh, play Going Nowhere, play Face the Music." So we've tried to incorporate the set around what people want to hear, and there's quite a lot of new stuff actually in this set. It's pretty new song heavy, but that's what this album is about, and it's this tour.
Yes. Brilliant, man. By the way, the structure of this sort of chat, there is no structure. Like sometimes it's like 95% bollocks, and then it'd be like 5% just talking about what you've got coming up next. But I've seen you've done quite in the past a few times. You've done something at a venue I know quite well. Doc Spear is it Grimsby, isn't it?
Yeah.
You do quite a bit with them, didn't you? I stumbled in there once about 5-6 years ago. I was might have been 5 years ago. I was doing a wedding over in Grimsby, and they messaged me and said, "Come and have a drink before, like, check the venue out and all that. See what we're going to do." Because before, when I went there, they were talking about upstairs. They were going to make it into this mad music venue, and I think since then they've opened it. And you've played there a couple of times, haven't you?
Yeah. It's a good venue. I mean, the first time we played, we practically it's obviously like a bar or whatever you want to call it, but it's a brewery as well. So we literally played in front of the tanks where they brew all beer and stuff. And then, and then like you said, they've done all upstairs art. It showed us it before they'd done it out, and it's the full length and width of the building. It's class, like a bit of a church sort of vibe. It's weird, but it's a good venue. I think they've started picking up a bit of traction now, and there's been Tom at Kasabian's played there, so
yeah. I mean, I remember when I went there, he showed me upstairs, and it was a complete building site, but he had like the plans of it, and it looked unbelievable, like literally unbelievable. And as I said, I only popped in there. He said, "Just come in, have a chat, have a beer." I ended up turning up like 3 hours late for this show because they just kept on bringing out beers to me, and I was like, Jesus Christ, you know what I mean? That's when you know.
It then?
No, I haven't. They were in talks. I think they wanted me to do something a couple of years ago, but I think I had something going on. The date that they threw at me, I'm sure I was somewhere else at the time. Is it David, the main bloke in it, or something like that? I'm sure it's
Will. He's called Will.
I was close, wasn't I?
Yeah, you're very close.
Same line.
I know he goes. He's a massive Grimsby fan, and that, isn't he? He normally goes with Lloyd. Is it Lloyd Griffiths, the comedian? But yeah, no, it looks pretty good, to be fair, man. Have you got any venues that you just love playing, like one that stands out for
you? I like Manchester Ritz.
Oh yeah.
Like it's like it's just, I think that's the one with the springy dance floor, isn't it? Like the actual floor's bouncy, which is mad.
A bit like Rock City as well.
Rock City's good. Where else?
There's a few, like, obviously now we've been going a few years, so unless you just explode on scene, you're just jumping up venues. You do get I quite enjoy going back to like some of the same venues, like even down to it called? Concord 2 or
Brighton.
in Brighton. That's a good venue.
Oh,
That's
love it.
a beautiful.
Yeah, is it Concord 2?
Concord 2, yeah. Right on the seafront.
There's literally on seafront. One time we turned up well early, didn't we? We got in and literally just met a cup of tea and just walked onto the beach and had a cup of tea on beach. I was thought, yeah, it's bang on this. We walked back over.
That's beautiful, man.
What's that called? St. Luke's in Glasgow. That's been the first to sell out. That's good. That's like a mini, bit like Albert Hall, like a mini Albert Hall.
Yeah.
That's good. Some top venues, like say Rock City. That's always good fun. Good backstage area and all, like table tennis table.
Oh yeah, and they've got that old-fashioned jukebox in the corner as well.
Yeah, so I'm buzzing for it. Can't wait to get back. And then obviously, even Sheffield. I know it's just an O2 academy, but it's always nice to be there. That's like a big venue for us, but it sort of still feels intimate. It don't feel too big.
Yeah,
so that's all good. Buzzing for it.
Good man. I love that. Growing up, what sort of music were you listening to?
Loads of stuff. And anything my dad were playing, which were a lot of stuff. Like he went through a phase. So my dad, when he was growing up, were like into punk scene, and then like as he's got older, I think he started getting into stuff like, like the Jam and stuff that he probably weren't into when he was younger. I think when he was younger, he must have just had a lot of anger pent up. So like into Sex Pistols and what they called, Exploited, The Damned, stuff like that. And then like basically just got into loads of stuff, which has probably rubbed off on me and Brandon and been a good thing really, because we've just grown up listening to absolutely anything like Dire Straits, AC/DC, whatever it is. So yeah, when we were growing, in fact, I think you went through a phase of listening to like Blink-182 and stuff like that. So I was
gonna say it depends on what age, like, because when we were probably, well, when I was probably about 14, 15, it was like MTV was such a big thing, and like only thing we could see on telly really, like guitar wise and drum wise, were like Sum 41 and like Blink-182 and all that kind of thing. And then obviously when I got to about 15, 16, that's when Arctic Monkeys exploded. And obviously being from near Sheffield, you couldn't really ignore it. So then everyone got into like Milburn, Little Manty, like Arctic Monkeys and all that kind of thing. And then you obviously from there you start listening to like obviously Oasis, Stone Roses and all that kind of thing. But yeah, I think you did start with like Blink-182 and Sum 41 and all that kind of punk pop stuff. But then I went through a right weird phase and not wanting to listen to American music. I don't know why. So I was like Libertines, Arctic Monkeys. I went to listen to that. Remember like Josh and Andy going, listen to Killers. I was like, no chance.
That Blink-182 was supposed to have been playing Belfast, I think next month or something, but I think they cancelled it for some reason. And I know the missus wanted to go to that, and so I got off that one lightly because it's not my cup of tea, mate. You know what I mean? Imagine a geezer in that crowd with a Parker on and a pair of Ray-Bans listening to that. It ain't going to go down well, is it? What about musical heroes then, growing up? Who was someone who really influenced you to pick up a guitar or play the drums?
For me, Brandon's already touched on them. Libertines were like probably my favourite band growing up. Through secondary school, I was just absolutely obsessed with them. Like, just listen to them every day. And then from then, Baby Shambles, obviously after Libertines split up, same with them. Absolutely obsessed with him, like just them actually for like a good year or two, just absolutely obsessed with him. That's probably my favourite band growing up.
Brilliant, man.
I don't know. It's hard to pinpoint like an exact one. You'd probably be lying if I didn't say same again with Monkeys, you couldn't ignore it. So it were like Matt Elders, he's a beast, isn't he? So I don't know. I couldn't really tell you one off the top of my head. I'd lean towards like Matt Elders. Or if you want to go down Blink-182 line again, Travis Barker a bit, but I don't know.
Rick Buckler, the Jam.
Yeah. We used to play. To be fair, when we first started, we had. How many years were we playing covers, Key?
Well, we started in 2010. Probably started writing his first tunes in 2012, 13. So good. It felt like longer thinking back, but we must have done at least 2 or 3 years just hammering purely covers.
Oh yeah, we were playing like so much. Like I think the amount of covers we were playing, we were tidying as this is a bit off topic. Like we were tidying his garage out of a week, and we found this set list, didn't we? And there must have been like 50 songs on it. From like we'd play 2 full-on sets, like 20 odd songs each, and then everyone would be like, "Yeah, play a third set," and have like a whip round for us. And we must have played about 50 odd songs in every night. We played them cover things. It was nuts. We played like loads of jam tunes, and we used to play like right obscure ones as well, didn't we? Like we'd play like Town Called Malice and of it's the classics tunes.
Yeah.
And then what was that?
When you're
I don't know.
young.
When you're we just played. We just
it's probably not even that obscure, but like as far as like covers, there were definitely no other bands covering that.
No, definitely not, man. That is a great tune.
We used to hammer it, yeah. We used to do just standard, like whilst everybody else, whilst every like one of my mates were going to house parties and stuff like that, I spent my time, same with Brandon, just in working men's clubs and pubs, learning his craft, just absolutely hammering covers out. Used to play Friday night, Saturday night. They were usually working men's clubs, and then Sundays were like pubs. And then, like Brand says, we used to do 2 good sets, like
massive.
A lot of tunes, and then just like I think song, like obviously we're an half decent cover band, but like even with selection of songs, it used to force them to be like, let's have a whip round, right? Do it like even if we ended up playing some of the same songs again, like so we do 3 sets on a Sunday, we're just nuts. And then like in them days we'll probably might have a day off Monday, chill out, and then Tuesday we'd be at a jam night in York, and then Wednesday we'd be at another jam night.
Just relentless.
Like, just nuts, just playing probably 4-5 times in a week.
Love that. That's proper graft though, isn't it? Like as you mentioned, while your mates are out there partying and doing whatnot, you're out there grafting your way up and trying to achieve something that you love to do. I love that, man. That's proper.
Yeah, I don't think we'd change it for the world. Like, and some of them parties, like the odd house party I did go to, it was never as good as what I thought it'd be. Do you know what I mean? So, like, I feel like I feel like we spent this time wisely, like in them working men's clubs. And it's not just the playing; it's I think a big part is learning how to handle a crowd and just like be put on spot and have like problems sometimes where your amp just goes down and what you're gonna do. You can't just stand there like and start crying. You've got to fix your amp, or you've got to start having crack with crowd while somebody else fixes it, and stuff that you're probably used to as well. Just having to be like, right, I've got to think on the spot here.
Oh mate, listen, funny story actually. You saying that, and it involves a band that you mentioned that you love. I played whole arena with the Libertines, right, and had my props on the side of the stage, like the stairs, just about to go up. I thought, you know what, I'll quickly go to the toilet and I'll come back. Right, ran to the toilet, got my mic up, went to go up the stairs, and I looked down. I went, right, where's my props? There's a bag here. So I'm looking around. I said to Cole, who was side of the stage, I went, Cole, you seen a bag with my props in? He's like, I ain't got a clue, mate. All right. Went up to security guard. You seen? No, ain't got a clue. I'm thinking, fuck, the geezer on the stage is looking down, thinking, are you coming on, mate? What's going on? Anyway, turns out the cleaner has thought it was a load of rubbish and bunged it off in the bin, right? So I'm out there. I've got a deck of cards on me. Right, the screen's not wasn't working because the ceiling's too low down in this. It was like where they play the ice hockey and all that in our arena. So I've just gone out there and I've fucking winged it, mate. I just had to go out and just make it like 90% comedy and 10% magic. And if you were at the back, mate, you were fucked because you couldn't have seen anything I was doing. But you have to think on the spot. There's no way I weren't going out there. You know, I had to do something. And now looking back on it, the experience I had, I would have thought a bit more about making it more of a visual thing. But you only learn these things when you're put in them situations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
no, I know.
It was mental though.
It's just pressure, it. Just dealing with pressure, thinking, right, something's gone wrong. What am I doing? Like we've had a few sketchy moments like that where it's just like, I mean, we've had a couple of gigs probably where it sounds just gone completely off. Like we played in I forgot the name of the venue. We played in London, and literally sound just went completely off. And obviously I can't even talk to the crowd because my mic's gone off, and we're just stood looking like four plonkers on stage at this point. The only thing that were working more is guitar amps.
Right.
So like we just ended up playing some covers. Like I think Brandon, you ended up coming to the front of the stage. Like Andy at the time put his bass down, and we just started winging some covers. But do you know what? That turned into like one of the most memorable moments. I was watching this podcast actually last night with Andy Bell from Oasis, and he mentioned something about that. He said, like, all these gigs where you play them perfect and stuff like that, he said people don't remember that. They always remember stuff where even if like something goes wrong, or like, I don't know, an amp goes down or sound goes down, they're the gigs that you remember. So it's just how you bounce back and make it memorable for fans. So, but fingers crossed we don't have no sketchy moments like that on this tour.
No, you'll be golden, mate. You'll be golden. You might laugh at this one, then again you might not. It's one of them stories, you know, when you think about it in your head, you think like this is a belter, then you say it and you're like, fuck, it wasn't as good as I thought. When we played Concord 2 that you mentioned with the Brian Jonestown, there's a part where I bring someone up out of the crowd and I've got this like is it in here? No, I've got it here somewhere actually. I've got like this trap. It's like an old bear trap that I got in Margate at this like antique shop. Cut a long story short, so I bought that, and the trick is I put the deck of cards in this trap, get someone to select a card, put the cards in the trap, and I have to get their card out before the trap shuts up. So yeah, I bought this trap out, got this woman to pick a card, right, and she's looking proper like sketchy, like all this, her eyes are like proper like bouncing out, and I'm thinking, oh no, I've definitely picked the wrong one here. So anyway, got her to pick a card. As I'm putting the cards in the trap, I got them to turn the lights up a bit more. Right? So she's seen all the people in the crowd looking, and she's gone, oh fuck this, and walked off. Right? She's just walked off the stage, and I went, oh shit, I need someone to help me out with this trick. What's going on here? So Colin from the band is literally just jumped straight on the stage and helped me out. Right? Anyway, I said, what was all that about? He said, oh, so basically, she took a load of mushrooms before the gig and they kicked in when you were on stage. I was like, okay. He said, not even that. Before she went to jump on the stage, before she was like on the side of the stage when I called her on, she popped a pill as well, thinking that'll help her calm down. So she's gone on the stage and all of a sudden, like everything must have been kicking in and she was thinking, fuck this, I'm going to have one in a minute, and bombed off. But similar to what you said, Kiaran, you know, out of all the gigs, that's the most memorable one because I think it's fucking hilarious. Paul Daniels didn't have to deal with that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I tell you what, I can't handle that. Doing magic, that's a lot more pressure than playing a tune. Because
I don't know, like
time like with us at least. Don't forget, you're on your own. I'm part of that. And I'm usually rhythm, unless it's an half decent solo, and I'll try and play it. But no, I can't handle that. There's too much pressure just on one person, and it's got to be bang on. Like,
well, I guess so. Like, there's many times when you stand out there though, and you think, "What the fuck am I doing?" Do you know what I mean? Like, this is suicide. Like, I'm trying to perform magic and make them laugh to a music crowd. What am I doing?
Yeah.
But touch wood, the bands I have done it with, it's gone down a storm, mate. And I think I mean, the Libertines were the first one who gave me the chance with it, and it's something different. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
listen,
it's a niche, isn't it? It's like when have you ever heard of that? Like a magician going on tour with like rock and roll bands. It's good. It's definitely something different. But tell you what, I couldn't handle that pressure, me. No way. Because I think the difference is with like watching a magician, not in like a bad way, but you are, as a punter, you're trying to figure out what the magician's doing. So you're almost trying to like, you're not wanting him to, you're trying to suss out what is done. Whereas we a band, everyone just wants the band to play its song as good as they can, and that's it. But when you're watching a magician, it's like, let me suss out what he's doing.
Like, people study going, impress me. Like,
I saw this one moment, right, when we played Dublin, funny enough where I was today, but on the tour, this one tour I did, and these two guys right and bang in front of me, like exactly in my eye line. Every time I did a trick, they were like whispering, like, "Oh, I think he did it this way. I think he did it." And I stopped what I was doing. I went, "Well, listen, lads, listen. Don't even think about how it's done. Just enjoy it. Do you go to a gig and think and say to your mate, Noel Gallagher's playing a G on the guitar there?" I said, "No, you fucking don't. You just enjoy it. So enjoy this."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like you said, though, no matter what you do, like the people are going to try and figure it out how it's done and that. Like, but that is half the beauty of it. Do you know what? Right? Talking about on the spot. Do you want to see something now?
Yeah.
Right, Kiaran. I'll see if I can do this one. Now, this is totally off the cuff. It might work, it might not. Right, I tell you what, Brandon, I don't want you to feel left out, right? Could you think of any card in a deck?
Right.
Not an ace, and not a picture card.
Right.
Okay? Right? And Kiaran, can you think of any card as well?
Yeah.
Not an ace and not a picture card. Yeah, any card. Not an ace and not. Right. First of all, Kiaran, in this deck, in this like stray jacket, I have a deck of cards. All right. What card are you thinking of?
Two of Hearts.
Shit, really? That's interesting. All right, let's have a look. So as I said, in this deck of cards, or in this deck, is a deck of cards, of course, right? And you said the Two of Hearts, right? Can you see every single card is facing towards you, except from one? You see every single card is facing towards you, except from one.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Right, now,
Yeah,
Brandon, you thinking of a card,
Yep.
yeah? Right. Let me tell you the story first. This is a unique deck of cards. During lockdown, I drew a little stick man on this deck of cards, all right? As I flick through, he does his trick. He knows one trick and one trick only. What card are you thinking of, mate?
7 of clubs.
7 of clubs. Let us stand up for this one because it's that good. There you go. Look, the 7 of clubs, right? That's the card there. That's not the trick. Sorry, the camera's there. That's 7 of clubs, right? That was the card that you chose at random. Okay, 7 of clubs. I'm going to leave that there. Now, let me just get in line with the camera. Can you see the stick man?
Yep.
Right, watch.
That's outrageous. That's daft, that. That's good.
Nice one. Nice one.
He's been getting a subliminal message out of this live stream, making me think of Two of Hearts.
That's good.
On the wall, I've got a small Two of Hearts engraved on the wall, and you've been looking at that, and that's what influenced you. I feel like Darren Brown shit, isn't it?
Good, that.
But boys, thank you. I appreciate that. Let's talk about what's the next 12 months hold for you boys, eh? I know you've got the tour coming up, and then you've got the European tour as well. What else have you got in the pipeline?
Well, we've just announced we're going to be bringing out a live album from Sheffield. And then, as far as like proper studio albums, we had an album out last year. Obviously brought us as fourth album out this year. So we'll have to see next year. There could be an album, but yeah, live album. We're cracking on with some other stuff. I'm always writing, so we're probably, to be honest, we're probably getting studio pretty soon and start getting album 5 down. What else we're doing? We're opening a pub.
Yeah.
In Lincoln called the Jolly Brewer.
Yeah.
Which is
I think I have seen something like this. Fucking go ahead.
Yeah,
I couldn't do anything like that.
It's something me and Brannon wanted to do it for years now. I've been talking about it, like, oh, wouldn't it be good to run his own pub and get involved in that side of things, and just the time's been perfect, really. We've teamed up with a guy called Adam in Lincoln, and yeah, that's fingers crossed going to be opening in November.
Brilliant.
A lot of work being done at the minute, but yeah, we've got a few things going off at the minute. Like, I'm recording a lot of acoustic stuff, obviously writing new stuff for the band, like I say, album 5, and then live album coming out. What else are we doing? And then I reckon next year we'll probably, or we want to try and play like a lot more festivals, because we didn't really get to, it was sort of, to be honest, going to be like a bit of a year off. We are disappearing, just like a nice chilled out year, but like the promotion we put into this album, it's probably ended up being busy, like a busier year than normal.
Gone
like,
fast, hasn't it? It's gone like that this year.
Yeah.
It's October today, isn't it? And it's just like, got this UK tour, then we go to Europe, and we literally come back as it's Christmas.
Mad,
like,
isn't it?
We're going on tour with Keen, aren't we, next year as well?
Yeah.
Oh, right, you're playing Belfast as well with that, ain't you?
Dublin Arena.
Is it Dublin?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I dropped you a line, Kiaran, and said I'll pop down to that one, man.
Yeah.
That's a couple of hours from me. I'll get in the motor and drive down. Come and see you before or something.
Come down.
Yeah.
It'd be the class, absolutely class.
Yeah. Oh, Keen are brilliant, man. It's up there, album. Like, what's the was it Under the Sea? They did an album, Under the Sea or something like that.
Well, I think the most well-known one, well, the one everybody knows.
Yeah,
that's the tour, isn't it? It's the anniversary tour that we're on. But we're doing Europe.
It's going to be unreal.
Yeah, it'll be class. It'll be absolutely unreal. They are the really, really sound guys as well. Like, because obviously we played with a lot of bands and stuff, but it sticks out when people are nice. And their drummer literally just come up to our dressing room. We spotted him in Scarborough, and Rich, he come up and he was like, "All right, lads, I'm Rich," and then he come and watched us play a set, and then after that, just before they should have been going on, he come back to the dressing room and went, "Brilliant set, lads, watched it all." Like, he didn't have to do all like that. They were just really sound. And then after they played, we went for a beer with them all in their dressing room and that, and we got on really well. So I think that's probably why they've invited us back.
That's brilliant, man.
Really, really nice guys.
We're in Scarborough. That absolutely hammered it down from pretty much when we got there and sound check. It just didn't stop raining all night.
So that's Scarborough for you, mate.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, crowd were absolutely unbelievable. Like that venue
is
class.
I think the rain made it, didn't it? In some kind of way, the rain kind of made that gig because everyone was soaked before they even walked in, and then they were just like, "Right, this is what it is," and then everyone just like embraced it, and it was absolutely hammering it down, weren't it? It weren't just a little bit of rain. I think we went out in it, didn't we? After we played, it was nuts. We went for a beer, and it was mad. It was mad that.
Bless it. What venue was it in Scarborough?
Is it open air theatre? Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a proper. Well, it's an outdoor venue. It's like are they called amphitheatres or something? Is that what they're called?
Something.
Seating going up like a fair bit, like in a curve.
Yeah.
When we're playing, not even just us, Keen as well. Like I say, we're all night. They were just like, everyone's just in ponchos, just sat there, just like grounded rats. But honestly, like Brand says, it literally did make it, that gig. It was something memorable where it was just like the fact that all these people have turned up early. They know what time roughly an headliner comes on. So
Cool.
the fact they turned out early and watched our set, it were unbelievable. And then we got to stand side stage and watch them after.
Brilliant,
just class. Great band.
Love that, man. And love that, boys. Well, boys, listen, thank you very much for joining me tonight and having a chat. It's going to be a good one when it's, as I say, it gets all edited and put on Spotify and that. But
sweet.
One thing I want to mention is the following that you have, the fans you have, they love what you do, mate, like most people do. But if people love good music, they're going to listen to you. And I know that this tour is going to be a successful tour for you all, and you should be, as you are, you're absolutely buzzing to smash through the back doors of it. Do you know what I mean? But what would you like to say out there for anyone who's coming to the gigs?
No, just well, anyone who's been following us for a while, thank you for the support. As always, we appreciate it. We are, it's no secret, we are a proper DIY band. Like, we're not on a big label or out. It's just literally us four in band and as manager. And we're like a travelling circus, just travelling around, having a laugh, enjoying it. But yeah, we appreciate all the support. And if you're new to us, check us out. Get a ticket to a gig. It's the biggest, right? It's the biggest tour we've done in terms of like venues and stuff. We really stepped it up this time, and yeah, going to be playing the new album. Buzzing for that. Really excited about it. And weirdly, I think for most bands, like when they've released the first album, it almost, unless you're on a massive label where you can just keep hammering it, there's often like a slow decline. Whereas for us, we've just released this fourth album, and it's strangely like been his most successful, if you want to call it that. Got his best chart position, sold more.
Yeah, you've done fantastic. Fantastic, man.
The future's bright, hopefully. So we'll just keep smashing it and writing good tunes and putting on good gigs.
I've seen you many times, lads. I've seen you many times. I think I remember the one. What's that festival in Warrington? Is it Neighbourhood, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember seeing you there a couple of times. I can't remember how long ago this was now, but I was absolutely mangled because the day before, Fulham won promotion against Aston Villa, right? And I was in no state to really go to a gig, but fuck it, I remember having it there, mate. I remember it was fantastic. I think the DMAs were on as well on the same day.
Yeah.
You know what? I think that was the first. I'm sure that might have been the first year Neighbourhood started. I think it was like, I can remember the lineup being pretty mad. Like it was DMAs, I don't know, Blossoms, Catfish. You know, like
Pigeon Detectives. I think they were there as well.
Yeah, Pigeon Detectives.
I'm sure they were. I can't remember, man. Like, as I said, I was in no fit state to even be walking. But listen, when your team wins and gets promoted to the Premier League, you've got to enjoy yourself, ain't you?
Oh, yes.
That's it.
That's all been put on the back burner since I've become a dad, though. So you've got to get my priorities straight again.
Yeah.
Didn't it? But boys, I wish you all the best on the tour, and I will be catching you. I can't come to one of the. So I know you got London, and then you're playing Brighton as well, aren't you?
Yeah. Should know dates really, but we're.
I mean, anyone else who's really good at doing interviews and that, he would have written down, or he'd have a fucking picture it. But listen, it's like it's just a chat, and it's just a laugh.
Sure.
Eh? Yeah. Where's your last place you're ending up on the UK?
Sheffield.
That's going to go off, isn't it?
Yeah, that's on 4th. That's day before bonfire night. With fireworks both nights, right? But
son.
Cool.
Yeah, that'll be a proper party. That finish in Sheffield, and then probably got half a day off, and then we're straight off to Europe. But wouldn't have it any other way.
Love that. Well, lads, again, thank you very much for giving me your time this evening. Enjoy the rest of your evening and have a fantastic tour.
No, thanks for having us. Yeah, we'll catch you.
100%. If I don't catch you at the London or Belfast, London or Brighton, I'll catch you in Dublin.
Yeah, nice one.
Take care, lads, all right? God bless you both.
Cheers, mate.
See you later.
See you later.
Bye-bye. All right, there we go. Fantastic, lovely lads. Grafted their way. You got to love any band who stick to what they believe in and love what they do. I can't knock anyone for that. Fantastic lads. Know they're buzzing for the tour, and I can't wait to go and watch them live. And what a fucking album that is that they released. Fucking mega. So anyway, thanks for tuning in and listening. God bless you all.
A man of illusion, a magic god, on the mud. I'm the magic mud. We can say I'm the magic god.